Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with Ballage. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Here we go. Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hard. Let's go. Hey, we got Alpha. Mike 53. Here we go, D.
Rosen will throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get it. Go. Right 52, right 52. Stop your whining.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jeffrey's got it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now it's Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the toss, here's Balaj. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw is Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. 53's the mic. 53.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he hits Drake. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rosen now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. They run it with Balaj. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Mike, 53. 80. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 24. Check 24.
Middle.
On third down, Rosen eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Well, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go, baby.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson throwing again. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You must be dreaming.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off deep.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
In your face.
Jackson, options out left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. Wilson's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A draw play now. Balaj. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his man. This is Dodson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes makes a good play, too.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 2nd and very short, Rosen flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Balaj. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Come on. Mike 52. Watch the run. They're running it.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go.
To throw is Jackson. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
80. Hey, Delta. 53 is the mark.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Parker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 53. 53. Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now it's Rosen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Hey, wahoo!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Hey, quarter. 53. Go. 53 is the mark. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And the pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the